Show, show, show. Show, show, show. Show, show, show. Show. Students, guess who's back? Back again. Phelpsy's back. Tell a friend. Now everyone report to the talk show. To the talk show. To the talk show. Now everyone report to the talk show. Alright, stop. Fill up my coffee. Come here, all my students in my class. Guess who's back with a brand new rap? And I don't mean rap as in the place of the extra special Mr. Phelps show. No, 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 no. No worries. Phelpsy's got a brand new bag of lit. And he's gonna come dressed for his next famous skit about a cat in a hat who just won't quit. That's not a stab at Dr. Seuss. That's just a metaphor. No excuses. I just need some phrases to pass the time because I'm packing my new show with all these clever rhymes. Look up. We're on the air, so grab your cup of coffee, pull up a chair, come and watch the best show if you dare. Each day it's a different affair. I know you're like, hey, it's not fair, I just want to get work done and I don't really care. But when it comes to the Mr. Phelps show, what other shows could really compare? Now it's time to get in a flow, so come and watch the Mr. Phelps show. Here we go, go, go. Literature brought to life. We're on a roll. It's a major hit. Da-na-na-na, come and read the lit. Da-na-na-na, come and read the skits. Da-na-na-na, and the interviews bit by bit. Da-na-na-na-na. It's Wednesday, no, it's Tuesday, maybe it's Sunday. That's so useless. Or it's Monday, I really don't know. Coronavirus got me mad. Logging onto Google, it seems frugal, but it's a new way to start the day. Say, hey, I can't believe it's been this long being away. It feels so wrong, but until the end, we must stay strong. So I'm hoping you're adjusted. Coming along and joining in to sing this song. You won't have to worry, soon the summer is young, the school will be over and done. You can go to the beach, hang in the sun. Until then, we got reruns, because the Mr. Phelps show here has just begun. Now it's time to get in a flow, so come and watch the Mr. Phelps show. Here we go, go, go. Literature brought to life. We're on a roll. It's a major hit. Nah, 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 nah. Come and read the lit. Nah, 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 nah. Come and watch skits. Nah, 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 nah. And the interviews bit by bit. Nah, 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 nah. The end is near. Soon I'm leaving. I want to grab the posters that I'm grieving. I know they were expensive and they're comprehensive, but they added so much dimension to our class. You might just miss me, or maybe you're not happy because I killed so many trees. But whatever the case may be, let's try to brush up on memories. So what about the time I made a splash by throwing the catcher in the rye in the trash? I know that decision was a little rash, but those banned books, they just clash. And then there's a time I locked myself out of period C and we laughed because I didn't have the keys, even though I was cool because the next door's attached, so I walked right through. Didn't look like a fool, but hey, I'm still learning my way around the school. But the thing is, I still haven't figured out is where the light bulbs went about. So 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, I'm calling all the grades. Everyone report to the talk show. It's your chance for literature showdown, or watch the king receive his crown. Now it's time to get in the flow, so come and watch the Mr. Phelps show. Here we go, go, go. Literature brought to life. We're on a roll. It's a major hit. Nah, nah, nah. Come and read the lit. Nah, 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 nah. Come and watch the skits. Nah, 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 nah. And the interviews bit by bit. Nah, nah, nah. The Mr. Phelps Show, Episode 9. Featuring Lil Phelps rap. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello everyone. Hello my fellow viewers. Hello, hello. I welcome you to the Mr. Phelps Show. As you got from my intro rap, this is episode 9. Could be our final one. May not. Depends on where this goes today. But today we got a lot in store for today, as always. Today we are going to have a Rap-A-Thon. Lil Phelps is going to come out from behind the scenes, the king of rap, to host a Rap-A-Thon. But before that, we're going to reboot and talk about what we have for this week. All of you should be on the ball with that already. It's pretty straightforward. So we know the sophomores and juniors are both working on their college essays, okay? Working on college essay writing, turning that in, getting a college essay ready so they're prepared when they apply to colleges. You'll have it. If you want an example of a college essay or a personal essay, look at my last episode, episode 8, where you can see me share my own story in a story time. That's a college-like story, so you can look at it there. So that's for both 10 and 11H. You're both doing the college essay, so you're both kind of on the same game plan. Speaking of which, one of the raps today is going to highlight grammar, okay? Spelling and grammar. Something big that we really need to focus on in this unit, the unit for the juniors with the college readiness and college and career readiness unit. Focus on grammar, okay? A lot of you still don't have perfect grammar and spelling. That's what we need to focus on. Especially for college essay too, okay? So this goes for both sophomores and juniors. Focusing on the college essay, you have to have the right spelling and grammar. If you notice on my actual rubric, I have that indicated that a 3 is no spelling or grammar mistakes, because remember, this is a college essay, so keep that in mind, all right? So with that being said, we'll go into English 9. So English 9, I just released your final essay this past Friday. I'm going to show you it here, link to it. Look through it. There's a rubric. There's an instruction sheet which you should read over so you know what you're expected to do. Basically, 4-paragraph essay. You have an intro. You have 2 middle paragraphs that have ideas, and those should include quotes, and then a conclusion. And I specify what you put in the intro and conclusion, so keep that in mind. The essay topic is who suffers the most in Of Mice and Men. Okay, so you're going to talk about which character suffers the most. If you notice, I also have the PowerPoint attached with your responses from the class. So I'm going to have you guys post the response. If you haven't done that, do that. That's today's homework assignment. And I'm going to post all your responses in the PowerPoint. They're your reasons for the characters suffering. And I'm going to put them into the PowerPoint. You can use those as evidence for writing your paper and choosing a character. Which you're also in for a big surprise, because I not only did a rap about grammar, I have a rap about who suffers the most in Of Mice and Men. So I'm going to present that to you guys too. So, you know, best of both worlds. In total, you'll have 3 raps. I got 2 raps that I just told you. You have the title rap, you have the grammar rap, and you have the Of Mice and Men rap. And then you have a special rap that I'm going to do last, because it shows that I am truly the king of rap, okay? So that rap is going to come last, all right? Any questions? Why am I asking for questions? You guys are distance learning. Just so used into that teaching mode. This is probably our last week, guys. We might have a week next week. I might post a video, but this is really it. This is the home stretch. I did want to say that I'm going to miss you guys. I won't be back next year, so it's a little depressing. I'm going to miss you guys. I hope you had a good time this year when I was here, and I wish you all the best, and I hope you all have a great summer. I hope it's phenomenal, and I hope next year things will be easier and we're not in this coronavirus mess. Hopefully we weed a lot of that and things turn around. But have a good summer, because I may not see you guys again. Who knows, we may cross paths sometimes in the future, but we might not see each other. So just wanted to say goodbye. Thank you for a fun year, and you know, I wish the best for all of you. All right, thank you. So, now you will see a various couple raps from Lil Phelps. All right, Lil Phelps is here. Lil Phelps is here. He's ready to rap. And at the end of the day, he's going to take this crown and he's going to put it on his head like so. Because he will be crowned the king of rap. That's coming up. All right? Let's get All right, guys. You're all going to be doing writing assignments. You know, sophomores and juniors are going to be writing your college essays, and my freshmen are writing their essays for Of Mice and Men. So with that being said, I got some writing tips for you. Here we go. Can't write this. Can't write this. Can't write this. Can't write this. Your grammar's looking so poor. I can't read it anymore. You need a salvation, so who's gonna give you an education? Have no fear, MC Grammar's here, spouting out grammar like he's Shakespeare, super grammar Nazi, who's inviting you to the posse. You can't write. I told you, schoolboy, you can't write this. Yeah, no more texting, because you know you can't write this. So look in a book. You can't write this. Listen to my grammar rules, boy. You can't write this. I before E. You know it like that unless there's a C, so dot your I's and cross your T's. Make sure your sentences are complete. Better learn the contractions. There or there. What's a transaction? Misuse these words and your teacher will have an allergic reaction. Don't forget how to spell and know the difference between good and well. You can't write this. Yo, I told you you can't write this. Why are you looking so confused? You can't write this. Use your spell check, boy. You can't write this. You gave me the sentence, and drama runs on and on like a never-ending saga. Why did you use so many commas? I feel like I'm getting grammar trauma. It's time to separate these clauses, make them each a sentence with punctuation pauses. Through detailed instruction, you'll learn the parts of speech and their many functions. Nouns, adjectives, verbs, and conjunctions. Can't write this. Can't write this. Can't write this. Diagram now. Stop. Grammar time. Know whether to use it's or its. One's a possessive, one's a contraction. Don't let these words be a distraction. Better know the word and its action. Make sure to position your prepositions. Capitalize words in all the right conditions. Don't let the sentences intertwine. Indent. Make a new line. Line, line, line. Yeah. Can't write this. Look, kid, you can't write this. You'll probably get stuck, boy, because you know you can't write this. Take your time. Think it out. And diagram now. Stop. Grammar time. Every time I see law, I know right. The language is so bad, it's giving me a fright. So when will I have to keep telling you to stop with the texting and think it through? Language has foundations, use less abbreviations. It's grammar-yo, 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 grammar-yo. Write a full-length sentence. Can't write this. Can't write this. Diagram now. Stop. Grammar time. I told you can't write this. Better take my advice. Gonna finish here? Can't write this. Welcome to the ranch where the migrant farmers come. They're looking for work to better their lives in this beautiful California state. There's economic strife. With the Great Depression, not so many are nice. It's tough work for such a small price. And we ask ourselves, why must they suffer for a dime or nickel, not enough to pay for supper, until they move on to another farm to see if there's more they can muster? George and Lenny dreamed in a million years they'd see a ranch with acres, cows, pigs, and bunnies that are free. As they moved from ranch to ranch, this is what they believed, even though George knew he could never achieve, because so many jobs were spoiled by Lenny's touch, even though he never meant to harm anyone as such. Before they knew it, they were again on the run, and watching over Lenny, George couldn't have any fun. That's when the last straw was finally pulled and done, that left George with no choice but to pull out his gun. Who would have thought George would kill Lenny in the end, when the only way to get their dream was together as friends? It's pretty clear that Lenny never deserved to be dead, but with Curly and the ranch guys just around the bend, there was no possible way that they could make amends. Now all George is left with is guilt and dread. The idea of his dream is ripped to shreds. All he could look forward to was the next farmstead. Welcome to the ranch, where the struggle is real. Welcome to the ranch, they know it's not ideal. Welcome to the ranch, they're here to make a deal, working as hard as they can to earn their meals. Welcome to the ranch, where the struggle is real. Welcome to the ranch, they know it's not ideal. Welcome to the ranch, they're here to make a deal, working as hard as they can to earn their meals. Look at poor little Candy with his stinky old dog. They killed the poor thing because it smelled worse than smog. And there's nothing that Candy could have said or did to right the wrong, because in an accident, Candy's hand became a stump. He wasn't fit to be strong. The boss kept him to clean, even though he might not be there for long. Then there's a black man, Crooks, who's in just as bad a state because of his race. Discrimination took place. Crooks gets his name because a horse kicked his back at the base. He's a stable hand who rarely leaves a trace. He only wants to be left alone in his little space. And when Lenny comes to see him in all his grace, Crooks tells Lenny how his hopes and dreams will be erased. And then there's Curly's wife, who was seen as the temptress. She wooed the guys on the ranch like she was their empress, but she had a softer side that no one cared to know about. She had her own dreams, but Curly wouldn't allow. Now she's tied to the ranch without a doubt. Welcome to the ranch, where the struggle is real. Welcome to the ranch, they know it's not ideal. Welcome to the ranch, they're here to make a deal, working as hard as they can to earn their meals. Welcome to the ranch, where the struggle is real. Welcome to the ranch, they know it's not ideal. Welcome to the ranch, they're here to make a deal, working as hard as they can to earn their meals. See, the problem is that all these characters suffer. The Great Depression was strong, there were storms that were dusters. Working on the ranch made them all lackluster, because they could never get enough money on the ranch to muster. They couldn't fathom any sort of dreams that their minds had clustered. But the question that remains is, of all who suffered the most, even in the end, Curly couldn't boast. He lost his wife, whom he thought he was close, but was it worse than Lenny, who became toast after he killed Curly's wife by the neck and throat? As George said, Lenny had no intentions to kill. He just didn't understand it was too big for his build. It didn't help that Lenny was overly faithful and Curly was disgraceful, and Lenny put George in a position of betrayal. All I hear is death and dying, loneliness, broken dreams. The best laid plans of mice and men go awry, it seems. Lenny couldn't help he was disabled, but they treated him like he was insane. All Lenny ever wanted to do was have a ranch with bunnies, so why did he have to feel the pain? After all George did for Lenny, it was put to vain. Even though George said he'd be better off without Lenny, Steinbeck lets us know the real world isn't friendly. George's dream of the ranch dies and he's still fighting for pennies. Welcome to the ranch, where the struggle is real. Welcome to the ranch, they know it's not ideal. Welcome to the ranch, they're here to make a deal, working as hard as they can to earn their meals. Welcome to the ranch, where the struggle is real. Welcome to the ranch, where they know it's not ideal. Welcome to the ranch, they're here to make a deal, working as hard as they can to earn their meals. To all the dreamers on Soledad Ranch, all your plans were ruined by a giant avalanche, because all the workers just can't learn how to shake hands. They only learn how to be mean and cruel because they're beaten down by depression and feel they can, and thus we see all the best laid plans of mice and men go awry and never stand. So who faces the biggest struggle of all? Is it Curly, who lost his wife? Lenny, who lost his life? Curly's wife, who can't live her dreams away from her husband's strife? Crooks, the lonely black man at the only ranch in sight? Is it Candy, who doesn't like to put up a fight? Or George, who after killing Lenny must pay the price? It's your turn to decide, so choose it right. Sun did not shine, it was too wet to play, so we sat in the house on the cold, cold, wet day. I sat there with Sally, we sat there, we two, and I said how I wish we had something to do. Too wet to go out, too cold to play ball, so we sat in the house, we did nothing at all. So all we could do was to sit, 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 sit. We did not like it, not one little bit. And then something went bump. How that bump made us jump. We looked, and then we saw him step in on the mat. We looked, and we saw him, the cat in the hat. And he said to us, "Why do you sit there like that? I know it is wet, and the sun is not sunny, but we can have lots of good fun that is funny. I know some good games you can play," said the cat. "I know some new tricks," said the cat in the hat. "A lot of good tricks, I will show them to you. Your mother will not mind at all if I do." Then Sally and I did not know what to say. Our mother was out of the house for the day. But our fish said, "No, no, make that cat go away. Tell that cat in the hat you do not want to play. He should not be here, he should not be about. He should not be here when your mother is out." Now, now, have no fear, said the cat. "My tricks are not bad," said the cat in the hat. "Why, we can have lots of good fun, if you wish, with a game that I call Up, Up, Up with a Fish." "Put me down," said the fish. "This is no fun at all." "Put me down," said the fish. "I do not wish to fall." "Have no fear," said the cat. "I will not let you fall. I will hold you up high as I stand on a ball, with a book on one hand and a cup on my hat. But that is not all I can do," said the cat. Look at me now," said the cat, "with a cup
and a cake on top of my hat. I can hold up 2 books, I can hold up the fish and a little toy ship, and some milk on a dish, and look, I can hop up and down on the ball, but that is not all. Oh no, that is not all. Look at me, look at me, look at me now. It's fun to have fun, but you gotta know how. I can hold up the cup and the milk and the cake, I can hold up these books and a fish on the break, I can hold up the toy ship and a toy little man, and look, with my tail I can hold a red fan, I can fan with a fan as I hop on the ball, but that is not all. Oh no, that is not all. This is what the cat said. Then he fell on his head. He came down with a bump from up there on the ball. And Sally and I, we saw all the things fall. And our fish came down too. He fell into a pot. He said, "Do I like this? Oh no, I do not. This is not a good game," said our fish as he lit. "No, I do not like it. Not one little bit." "Now look what you did," said the fish to the cat. "Now look at this house. Look at this. Look at that. You sank our toy ship, sank it deep in the cake. You shook up our house and you bent our new rake. You should not be here when our mother is not. You get out of this house," said the fish in the pot. "But I like to be here. Oh, I like it a lot," said the cat in the hat to the fish in the pot. "I'll not go away. I do not wish to go. And so," said the cat in the hat, so, "I will show you another good game that I know." And then he ran out. And then, as fast as a fox, the cat in the hat came back with a box, a big red wood box. It was shut with a hook. "Now look at this trick," said the cat. "Take a look." Then he got up on top with the tip of his hat. "I call this game fun in a box," said the cat. "This box are 2 things I will show to you now. You will like these 2 things," said the cat with a bow. "I will pick up the hook. You will see something new. 2 things, and I call them Thing 1 and Thing 2. These things will not bite you. They want to have fun." Then out of the box came Thing 2 and Thing 1. They ran to us fast. They said, "How do you do? Would you like to shake hands with Thing 1 and Thing 2? And Sally and I did not know what to do, so we had to shake hands with Thing 1 and Thing 2. And we shook their 2 hands, but our fish said, "No, no, those things should not be in this house. Make them go. They should not be here when your mother is not. Put them out, said the fish in the pot. "Have no fear, little fish," said the cat in the hat. "These things are good things," and he gave them a pat. "They are tame, oh so tame. They have come here to play, and they will give you some fun on this wet, wet, wet day. Now here is a game that they like," said the cat. They like to fly kites," said the cat in the hat. "No, not in the house," said the fish in the pot. "They should not fly kites in a house. They should not. Oh, the things they will bump. Oh, the things they will hit. Oh, I do not like it, not one little bit." Then Sally and I saw them run down the hall. We saw those 2 things bump their kites on the wall. Bump, thump, thump, bump, down the wall, in the hall. Thing 2 and Thing 1, they ran up, they ran down on a string of 1 kite. We saw Mother's new gown, her gown with the dots that are pink, white, and red. Then we saw 1 kite bump on the head of her bed. And those things ran about with big bumps, jumps, and kicks, with hops and big thumps and all kinds of bad tricks. And I said, "I do not like the way they play. If Mother could see this, oh, what would she say?" And our fish said, "Look, look," and our fish shook with fear. "Mother is on her way home, do you hear? Oh, what will she do to us? What will she say? Oh, she will not like it to find us this way. So do something fast," said the fish. "Do you hear? I saw her, your mother is near. So as fast as you can, think of something to do. You have to get rid of Thing 1 and Thing 2. So as fast as I could, I went after my net, and I said, with my net I can get them. I bet with my net I can get these things yet. Then I let down my net, it came down with a plop, and I had them at last. Those 2 things had to stop. And then I said to the cat, "Now you do as I say. You pack up those things and you take them away." "Oh dear," said the cat, "you did not like our game. Oh dear, what a shame, what a shame, what a shame." And he shut up the things in a box with a hook, and the cat went away with a sad kind of look. "That is good," said the fish. "She has gone away, yes, but your mother will come. She will find this big mess, and this mess is so big, so deep, and so tall, we cannot pick it up. There is no way at all." And then, who was back in the house? Why, the cat. "Have no fear of this mess," said the cat in the hat. "I always pick up all my playthings, and so I will show you another good trick that I know." Then we saw him pick up all the things that were down. He picked up the cake and the rake and the gown and the milk and the strings and the books and the dish and the fan and the cup and the ship and the fish. And he put them away. Then he said, "That is that." And then he was gone with the tip of his hat. Then our mother came in and she said to us too, "Did you have any fun? Tell me, what did you do?" And Sally and I did not know what to say. Should we tell her the things that went on there that day? Should we tell her about it? Now what should we do? Well, what would you do if your mother asked you? And that, my friends, is the Cat in the Hat rap. Thank you.
It is here I will resume the crown, because I am the king of rap. Alright? We're gonna get going. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, but to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing, end them. To die, to sleep, no more. And by sleep we say that we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep, perchance to dream. I'm beginning to feel like the lit master. Call me Hamlet, I'm a stage actor. You ask me, why do all these novels matter? Because you take what you learn and write a new chapter. For me to know these books, I'm a literary prophet. I've got the crucible in my back pocket. For literature, I'm a hacker, but I don't need spark notes because I'm not a slacker. They think when I teach books, it's a huge disaster, but they're jealous to see me hit the stage and bring my swagger. Bam! I'm a firing dagger. With these insane metaphors, I teach you how to crunch these books like a raptor. Each book is a different adventure at the edge of my fingers. Suspense lingers, morals and concepts to grind, themes to justify. So hop on this reading rainbow ride, find the chance to improvise, and become the Hamlet inside. It's my disguise with the plot I surmise to avenge my father's death at the hands of Claudius for the crown of Denmark he inherits when he stole my mother's hand in marriage. Hamlet, stop contemplating. For play within play, staging, a rap within a rap, I'm raging with banner over batter. These lyrical sonnets I flatter. The longer the delay, tragedy awaits to slay this heavily crafted play. I'm beginning to feel like the lit master. Call me Hamlet, I'm a stage actor. You ask me, why do all these novels matter? They think my literary act is a huge disaster. Some people think I'm crazy and want to criticize, like Holden Kaufman, who still hasn't made it through the ride. He's got Allie on his mind and failed school for the 4th time, but enough with his phony lies. I'm not that guy. I'm a reader of Hawthorne, Shakespeare, Mark Twain, and Chaucer, and several other famous authors. They form a canon, even if they didn't plan it, with mystery, romance, and horror. Some of these novels are torture, like the one about stranded boys on an island who were led to disorder when savage monsters grew inside them. Jack and the Hunters threw poor little Piggy off a mountain border. It was murder and much more. They despised the concept of civilization and order and said they brought a demise in the Lord of the Flies, but not all piggies share the same fate. Some comprise at the animal farm when they're on the rise, and the government they devise, sitting on a throne of lies they despise. We gotta stop this gig. So hey, little pig, leave your straw house, little pig, and run to your bro, little pig. Not the one whose house is made of twigs. That's not the one. You're bacon if you're not very quick, because that big bad wolf is slick. Hey, you scared, little pig? The big bad wolf is here, and you're prey, little pig. Be careful, he's already got on his oven mix. Pork chops he's ready to lick, so if you want to live, you better run off to your bro's house made of bricks. Make that wolf get tricked, and next time when we run our skit, you can get the part of Hamlet. I'm beginning to look like the lit master. Call me Hamlet, I'm a stage actor. Why are all these books such a huge factor? Because the moment inside we want to capture it. And I'm feeling like we can learn this lit just a little faster. So you be Odysseus, I'll be Poseidon. Too bad you're stuck on an island with a Cyclops giant. It's poor fate that Poseidon's got you like bait. But is it true that Ithaca's on the horizon, one place to another? It's an odyssey, to return home to fill the prophecy. You'll get there, not by strength, but by wits and modesty. This is the way that God's meant it to be. But at least you're alive, and you'll find paradise. Not every story ends with happy times. John Steinbeck reminds us that society was confined to certain laws and beliefs that had to be kept in mind. When it comes to what's right, people are blind, especially when they let Lenny and George be alone. It's unkind. We must learn to stop the state of mind and accept the differences of mankind. George shot Lenny, who didn't deserve to die. It's too bad Lenny had to take the hit for people to see eye to eye. But the truth is, we're all sinners, we can't deny, so we don't need to ostracize Hester Prynne with a scarlet letter. It was Chillingworth who put her under pressure, but Dimsdale's love made her feel better. Her sin made her a debtor to the Puritan laws that were so strict, but remember, no one is perfect. True love is left Hester and Dimsdale to become a wreck. But it's not so different from Romeo and Juliet, two star-crossed lovers whose families pose a threat. Neither was left, even if their love was magic, it became tragic, and they commit suicide out of their love and passion. The Montagues and Capulets were flabbergasted, because their family feuds like their lovers to caskets. There's a lot more like Austin Huxley, Thoreau, and Whitman. Honorable mention to Jane Eyre for being a feminist with ambition. All this lit crammed into one little act isn't formal, it might be abnormal, but I hope you find it cordial, even if it's only a morsel that I brought forward from Portal in Time Warp from 1984 with George Orwell. Maybe next time in the 15th century I'll dwell when Gutenberg and the printing press, when they were in tell. Maybe they can finally retell Beowulf and Plato's Republic well, but only time will tell if these stories fell or remained parallel. Through years of school, these stories we propel, but right now we've mastered high school. I'll take you back to first grade as well. I've got some Dr. Seuss. Bam! You do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Could you, would you with a goat? I would not, could not with a goat. Would you, could you on a boat? I would not, could not on a boat. I will not with a goat. I will not eat them in the rain. I will not eat them on a train, not in the dark, not in a tree, not in a car. You let me be. I do not like them in a box. I do not like them with a fox. I will not eat them in a house. I do not like them with a mouse. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Just when you least expect it, I throw on Dr. Seuss. You're asking me, what's the use? All he does is rhyme very well, but isn't he noble? Just ask Jay Gatsby what he thinks that means. He made a life out of scamming to become rich and glamoury. His life he wouldn't sell unless it was for Daisy, then he'd want to excel. But Gatsby's poorness is soon rich and well through illegal activities he sells. Such was the American dream, chipping away at the seams. Rich with money, maybe, but he'll never be as noble as Dr. Seuss shall ever be. Shouldn't have played that money game, because in the end he lost his fame. But at least in The Great Gatsby, the book remains unhedged from the shelf. It's sustained, but it's a shame how insane they banned Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain. I know it may contain language that's profane, but it's a story about acceptance of our friends and the differences we attain. Huck wants to free his friend Jim, who's a slave, because his heart's in the right place. But society forbade, saying that if you free slaves, it's a horrible act that betrays civilization. That's not okay, and thus hypocrisy remains. But that's not the only act in moral nature and vain. They always thought Boo Radley was insane, though they didn't really know him. They heard stories and complaints, but what was inane was how the justice system treated Tom Robinson with disdain and let Arthur Bradley off without any restraints. Poor Scout must finally see how injustice thrives, how it remains. So I must ask, is it truly mundane to act this insane and be this absurd? I can't fathom it in any amount of words, but why must we kill a mockingbird?